This match is one for the RLSS record books. This is a big one. Rickrollers, Lotus 8 Esports, both teams are 1-1. Both teams are here on the Swedish stream. Welcome back to the Rocket League Splash Series Cyclone Cup now. The Rocket League Splash Series, of course, being sponsored by GamersOn.tv, Invisible Entertainment, Latin 7 Gaming, Heady Scarf Gang, Purchase and Resell, and Claim to Fame. A big best of 5 series coming up here. As I mentioned, Lotus 8 Esports taking on the Rickrollers. Lotus 8 won last week. A very tough game 5 victory over next to new Breakers. Rickrollers here last week got their win over Phoenix United Fultaro, but they actually got it in a forfeit win. I don't believe they played that series, so about these sides, they've still got a lot to do here. Still got a lot to focus on, and for Rickrollers, this is a team that's been in this scene for a while now. Lotus 8, this is their first season here, but again, for the Rickrollers, again, I mentioned they were here last season for the Tsunami Cup. Believe in their Tsunami Cup run got them all the way to the top 8 before eventually losing to Team Evo, who got second. So now in the even higher division, the Cyclone Cup, competition only gets tougher for them. This is all SSL teams and high SSL teams at that. We'll see how these teams play tonight. A big best of 5. Let's take a look at those lineups here. And yes, this is the Lotus 8 team that is playing in the RLCS as well, with Naicha, Lev, and Zapatos being their third. And yes, that is the same Zapatos who's been wrecking the 1v1 scene. Actually, all these players are extremely talented 1v1 players. But again, the last time they played in the RLCS, actually, because that's a fun thing to talk about. This team that was back when they had Kaz on their roster. That team made top 64. Rickrollers, again, the last time they played in the Rocket League Splash Series, they were able to get into the top 8. Rickrollers, again, probably the lowest. I think they're the lowest ranked team in the Cyclone Cup, so they've got their work cut out for them here. This is probably the scariest team in the league here in Lotus 8 Esports. So they definitely got to be ready for this, because this matchup will not be an easy one. Even so, prediction poll is open. Do you believe in the underdog story? Next new Breakers almost made it happen. Lotus 8 Esports, again, probably the scariest team in this division. Rickrollers, again, that's a huge underdog story for them, because this league is going to be a tough one for them. Here we go again. This Artifice is also nuts. Yeah, every team in Cyclone Cup's nuts. I don't know what you're saying. And we got teams like 0-1, the Nola Flight South American teams in here. Next to News got 2 teams. Again, I mentioned Fultaro's in here. It's a scary division. There are some seriously good teams in this grouping, and every team should be taken closely here. But for the Rickrollers, again, they're a tough team here. Is Fultaro's in here? I believe he is. Is he? No, he is not. Fultaro is not here, really. Unless I spelled his name incorrectly. I was gonna say, I don't believe Fultaro actually is here. You got me there. There's Ruby now with a raid of 16. Thank you for the raid, Ruby. You came in a good time, my friend. Our upcoming series is Lotus 8 Esports versus Rickrollers, so definitely a big matchup. I'm excited for this, and again, we'll take a look at those lineups. And again, I mentioned Lotus 8. Super solid 1v1 players. Naicha, Lev, and Zapatos. All of them 1v1 players. Probably none as much as Zapatos, but if you guys have paid attention to the 1v1 scene at least a little bit, you'll recognize Naicha and Lev definitely contending top 1v1 players in the world. On the other side, Rickrollers, much more of a 3v3 based team. They've got 6 players on their roster here. They had 6 players last season. It just seems to be something that they like to do. But again, coming into the Cyclone Cup matchup here, definitely, again, going to be a ton of work. Really be a good battle here against Lotus 8, but we'll get this series underway as soon as we can here. Best of 5. I think I forgot to mention that, but I will mention it again. Best of 5. Here's Rickrollers. Again, it looks like it's going to be Avi, DJ, Roomba, and I think it was Nomad who was also in. So again, of those 6 players, any of them really can kind of push in, sub in for each other. That's how good this Rickrollers side is. And again, they've been here for multiple seasons. They're here for season 4. I believe they're here for season 3 as well. Could be wrong. I think season 3. I think they're here for season 3. That was the inaugural season of the Tsunami Cup. Were they? Yeah, they were. They were here for Season 3. They're actually the top team in Season 3, but they lost to New Age Demon Hounds, who won the whole thing, so... Again, so far, they've been here for ever since the Tsunami Cup started. But they have not been able to make it far enough in these final brackets. They're a solid team in those seasons they've been here, but again, they've got a lot to prove here in the Cyclone Cup. They got to prove that they deserve to be here. I think I mentioned before the season. I don't know if you guys have known, but I mentioned it before the season. I was a bit concerned on the Rick Rollers being placed in this division. They've got to prove to me specifically that they deserve to be here, because I think I've said it to Tommy Buckets before. I think I've said it publicly before. I don't think this Rick Rollers team has got what it takes. I don't. But they can prove to me otherwise. Tommy Buckets placed them here for a reason. And again, I think I remember him saying, like, hey, this team is one that can play to anybody. Lotus 8 is going to be a good example of that. If they can play to Lotus 8, they can play to anybody in this division. Now it's their time to prove that I'm wrong and that they're right. So, Rick Rollers, good luck to them. This series is going to be a solid test of their skill, their mentality. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I love to see this kind of matchup here. Again, I want it to be close, but we'll see how, again, we'll see what happens here. Rick Rollers, again, a team that's going to, again, I said they have a ton of work here, but Lotus 8 on the other side, for them, last week was not a pretty start. It was against Breakers, admittedly, so you can kind of give them slack for that. There's a very good chance Breakers will make it to the finals at the end of the season, but yeah, Lotus 8 had to go to Game 5 against that team. As yeah, there you go, Nomad, Javi, and DJ Roomba all starting in. But again, we'll just look to get things started as soon as we can here. But as I said again, they're just getting some warm-ups. This is our last matchup here as well, so we've had a couple matches already tonight. The last one here. Of course, again, Cyclone Cup action. Our second match in Cyclone Cup this season. And again, it's with Lotus 8. I've been waiting to see this team. I know they would get on this stream at some point. So why not do it here? I know they also had to do their CS run earlier today. I'm almost certain they've made it to in the upper bracket after day 2. Sorry, it's day 1. Or is today day 2? Today's day 1, right? Today's day 1, yeah. Well, they're almost certainly in the bracket then. Lotus 8. So again, they've had success that way. Again, we're waiting on them to join here, but again, Rick Rollers are here. Nomad, Javi, and DJ Roomba. And for Lotus 8, it's Nightja, Liv, and Zapatos. Almost certainly that will be on this matchup here. And Zapatos, in fact, what's fun about Zapatos as well is that he's got his own mechanic named after him. He's got the Zap Dash that's named after him. So maybe we'll see him pull out one of those. Probably not though, because he generally does it in his 1v1 matches. But would be fun to see if he pulls off his own the mechanic named after him. We'll see about that here. Again, here we go. This is going to be a big one. The Rick Rollers, side that's been in this league for quite a while. We've seen a lot of teams like that. So earlier today we saw Olivet get their win. Again, a team that's been here since the very first season. Rick Rollers have been here since the Tsunami Cup has started. So, you know, for a side, again, they've always proven to be a top contender in that division. Now they're up in the Cyclone Cup. They're up a division. It's really them who have to make sure that they deserve this spot as much as anybody else. But again, Lotus 8 will be their toughest matchup of the season, no doubt. Nice thing is, though, obviously, if they can play well to Lotus 8, the rest of the competition, in theory, will be easier. Again, Lotus 8 are undoubtedly the scariest team in this group here for the Cyclone Cup. Again, if they can play to Lotus 8, they'll play to anybody. Any of the other teams in the division. It's, again, Lotus 8 are considered the scariest team here, but again, we're just waiting on them to join on in. Hopefully, any minute now. They're probably just, in their final warm-ups in here. Again, can't blame them on that too much, but hopefully just getting them in this lobby for this best of 5 series. Again, it's gotta be Nightja 11, Zapatos here tonight. And they do have a sub in Thule. We'll see if maybe that's what's happening, but I doubt that's what's happening. Most teams, especially at this level, will not be playing with their subs. Of course, they do have a coach in Gomi in the background, so we'll see if maybe Gomi gets involved as well, but again, we'll give these teams the time that they are allotted to here. And it's 10 minutes before we have to start removing games on forfeits, but it won't happen here. It is Nitya, Lev, and Thule. They do have their sub playing tonight. They are not playing with Zapatos for this matchup, so they do have Thule joining in here, but it's Nitya, Lev, Thule coming into this matchup, a best of 5 series here. The Rickrollers take on the scariest team in the Cyclone Cup, arguably. But most people would agree, the scariest team in the Cyclone Cup in Lotus 8 Esports. They've played well in the Tsunami Cup. This is a whole division above. But if they can play well here, they can play well against anyone. A huge match for Rickrollers. And for Lotus 8, they're looking to try to go 2-0 in their season after having such a tough week 1 against next to new Breakers, the team that won the Proving Grounds tournament to get to this tournament in the first place. To get to play against teams like Lotus 8, but already Lotus 8 with some early offense. Rickrollers dealing with the pressure that this Lotus 8 team is known for. And again, I've already mentioned this team. He's got so many great 1v1 talents, and Nitya and Lev. These guys are top tier 1v1 players, so you can't isolate these players and expect to beat them that way. It really is such a tough team to crack, because Lotus 8 are going to make life very difficult, and right now, they're bringing on the offense, and they're really shutting down the Rickrollers. Nitya off to the sidewall, will get the dunk on DJ Roomba. Lotus 8 have not let the Rickrollers pass the midfield, and they don't look to do so anytime soon. Thule now, flip reset, musty flick, will go to the back wall, but Rickrollers keep them out. Nomad won't be able to clear anyways. Nitya across the nets, and the Rickrollers right now getting swamped with this pressure. But finally they break through. That's the first time they've done through this series. It's been only a minute so far. But it is a minute that has proven so good so far for the Rickrollers. Unfortunately for them, no place on offense. It's Lotus 8 who've got the ball again. Nitya looking to leave it for Lev is off the ceiling. Second touch and Lev will bury that one. Lotus 8 Esports with the first strike in the series. And what a beautiful strike it is. Lev, the sub, just never leaves the ball away. Beautiful mechanics. That is how you start a series off right. A beautiful start here from Lotus 8. They only look to add more to it. Lev stopped by Javi, and the Rickrollers again, they haven't made all that many changes actually since the last time they played in Season 4. It's I think only been 2, but I don't know if I don't believe any of these players actually have changed on the roster for Rickrollers. Again, it's a roster that has that chemistry. They've, again, been here for a while. There's a very storied team. They've made it to the playoffs both seasons so far that they have played. Here in the Cyclone Cup, a whole different question as Lotus 8 looking for Never. Lev will be cleared away by DJ Roomba. Lotus 8 now keeping a lot more distance at this point, a lot more midfield focus. You're seeing a kind of a slow, methodical play style. It's very common at the highest level to see teams not play faster, but actually play slower. As again, there's so much respect between these top tier teams. They recognize just how good each other are. They realize pace isn't necessary to beat other teams. What is necessary just making good plays, good touches, and quality attacks. I'm going to say right now, doing that, but they are meeting Rickrollers here in more ways than just one. A lot of bumps coming from the Rickrollers as they'll infill pass. Hoppy will hit it wide. I'm going to say, didn't even jump for it. Rickrollers still searching. They're going across the net. That's open, and Javi will take it back. The Rickrollers keep it close. As Lotus 8's being made to move from left to right, and just a little miscommunication. I think Nitya was looking to leave that one there for Lev, but sorry, Thule, but Thule was waiting back. He didn't want to move out of his net. He didn't feel comfortable challenging that. It's one of those plays where just a little too much trust for Lotus 8. It does come back to hurt them a little bit. But it won't matter. Right off the kickoff. Oh, that's a miss. That really should have been the goal there for Thule. Lotus 8 will continue to attack that again, though, as in the midfield. No man, and he gets past both. That's a wide open net, and the Rickrollers will steal it. And now they're in the lead. Lotus 8 falling apart with an overcommit. Maybe I really just did not speak highly enough for the Rickrollers, because they are keeping up right now. The Rickrollers, they're playing up. They're not just playing up now, they have a lead. still so much to see how this team's going to play here. He's off the back wall. Thule double tap. That's not going to be a hard one for him. He's done that before. You can definitely tell. Well, as soon as he gets that first touch, he's got no other options but to smash that in. And you're going to be seeing a good amount of clips after this series, that's for sure. 1:37 to go. Lotus 8 Esports tie the game up at Thule as Thule really showing up here. Again, he's the sub for this team as well. Just shows you just how stacked this Lotus 8 Esports side is in this tournament. Rick Rollers. Up to them to, again, to be able to make the difference here, to keep things close. They've done it so far, but Lotus 8's trying to take this back. A miss off the back wall, but Rick Rollers will be there, and Lotus 8's are, again, giving a lot of respect to the Rick Rollers right now. They do understand how good these teams are. Again, the Rick Rollers, again, they're going to play up to anybody. At least that's what I've heard before this series, what I've seen in past series. Even when they are not the favorites in any matchup, they do find ways to get answers. They do find ways to respond to teams, and right now they've done well to Lotus 8, but it's still Lotus 8 who are looking to keep close to the ball as Lev off the ceiling trying to fall on top of it. Rick Rollers give him no room. And Nitya leaves it for Lev, and that touch is only to Lev here. He's looking to start to play one-on-one, and a jump from Thule means Lotus 8 right now. A little awkward on that rotation, but they will get back. They'll slow the play down. They'll prevent the Rick Rollers from getting a counterattack opportunity. Just great control there from Nitya to just slow the play down. He knows he can't get upfield with that touch. He prevents the Rick Rollers from getting upfield themselves. As Lotus 8, a good pass down the field. Thule up for a drop-down shot, but he's hit it too weak. Lotus 8 Esports, a great opportunity there. Thule nearly had it, but he won't. And we go to overtime here in Game 1. Lotus 8 Esports nearly stunning the crowd there in that final chance. But it won't work. They are in overtime, and right now they are the team with the advantage as Nitya to the back walls. Another chance. That one's off the crossbar. They're getting so close right now to just striking on that net. They won't get it, but that one's open. Nitya with an easy shot, and Lotus 8 Esports will take Game 1 in overtime. Back and forth, I must say, but that demo opens everything up. Already, Lotus 8. They're definitely getting their money's worth with Rick Rollers. And again, maybe I did speak too soon about the Rick Rollers, because they are playing up to Lotus 8. While they may not be winning on shots, the quality of these shots is a very different question. It's 11-3, but those 3 shots from Rick Rollers, they were all very well placed. As we go to Game 2. Forbidden Temple, Lotus 8 Esports. Again, they won in Week 1 on a Game 5. They're looking not to do that again. Again, right now, it has looked like they are the better team, but again, if the Rick Rollers continue to find some really good striking, some really nice and clear chances by their own work, they will take them, and they're going to keep this series close. But Game 2, it could really change the series around. Rick Rollers were able to play well in Game 1, but it took a lot of their effort to do so, and now Lotus 8 looking to change things up as Lev. Oh, what a stop from Javi, but Nitya will still take it. Even when you stop them once, you've got to get that second chance. As Lev there went for the breezy flick, and he nearly found it. Rick Rollers sending everybody at that save, but the clear wasn't enough. At this point for Lotus 8, they're having a little fun with this. As now Thule, he's been insane already. He's looking for more insane goals off the back wall. He's got it! Thule! Oh my goodness! Oh, this man's disgusting! Up to the ceiling, he's got the reset, and he just floats with the ball. He recognizes that it's not falling all that fast. He knows he has to keep up with its pace. My goodness, that is beautiful from Thule. And at this point, he's just hitting clips on clips. Thule is impeccable right now. And Lotus 8 Esports, they are just playing, they're just playing for clips at this point. Yeah, you gotta appreciate the good defense from Rick Rollers, but unfortunately, how in the world do you stop Thule when he just does that? You don't stop Thule. That's the answer. And again, this is the sub for Lotus 8, and this guy is deciding he's gonna take this into his own hands. And why not? But the Rick Rollers, an answer right off the post. Nearly found that opportunity. Now another one from Nomad. Kept out by Nightja. Lotus 8 Esports. We're going to keep this going as Nightja shot on. That's going to find the back of the net. And for Lotus 8, they are running away with it at this point. And again, all this offense is really coming from Thule, setting the Rick Rollers in the awkward positions where they are committing everything to one save because they have to. They don't trust each other enough to get those blocks. That's how scary Lotus 8 is. And for the Rick Rollers, there's not much you can really do to stop this Lotus 8 side. But we have seen them bring good offense last game. Does this game continue in that kind of way for the Rick Rollers? Lotus 8 don't want it to. They've got the offense, they've got the chances, and Nomad nearly got dunked there. Thule getting bumps in midair, still found his left now. Flip reset, hits it high, but it's off the back wall, and Javi will react. The mechanics from Lotus 8. We knew that this is a mechanical team, but you're really seeing what they use those mechanics for so often. It's to set up plays. So often right now, it's to buy time against the Rick Rollers. It's to beat one player, to keep them away, but off the back wall, Lev using all his boost, and Nomad looking to drive it in. He'll be kept high, and DJ Roomba double tap himself, won't hit it. In for Javi, Nightja will dunk him out. Lotus 8 Esports moving out the field as a triple commit. At this point, I don't know if that was intentional or if that was just miscommunication. Who knows? It could be either for Lotus 8. They are playing with a lot of fun as that's going to be pinched in from Nightja. He's got 3 of the 4 goals so far. I think this is the strangest one he's had as DJ Roomba own goaling on his own net, looking to get that challenge. Lotus 8. Again, they saw game 1, and now in game 2, they're looking to make this even more dominant, says Lev. Top there, up for the corner, but it will be Nomad who will get there first. And Lotus 8, another double commit in the midfield. This team, surprised with how many of those they're doing right now. Again, I want to say it's them just having fun with it, but this is a team that is committing multiple players at the same play often. Fortunately for them, it's a team of 1v1 players, so recoveries are something they are going to be very good at. Those double commits definitely can be costly, especially with the Rick Rollers. Once they get a shot, they generally make it count in this series. Haven't gotten much of anything so far on offense so here in game 2 as Lev, a pre-jump, won't get the shot there. It will be Lotus 8 who are just trying to find connection on some of these insane plays on offense. It's clinical, it's consistent, and it's Lotus 8 just, at this point, playing with a little bit of fun as well. Nightja, musty flick, actually just going to look to control this one as nobody from the Rick Rollers wanted to challenge him. Now Thule. Oh my, what a flip reset. Now a pogo up for Lev at Lotus 8. Having a little fun with this. Again, they're just having fun on offense at this point. They're up by 4. They have no need to score again. Unfortunately for the Rick Rollers, not a good sign, but that's a great shot from Nomad. Smash into the bottom of the net. And Lotus 8 maybe getting a little too comfortable because they just gave him that kind of space. And who was that on the back wall? Was that Nightja? No, it wasn't. That was Thule on the back wall. Not in the right position to stop that. He jumped up early. I think he was expecting that the Rick Rollers side to go for a double tap, but not in there. It was not an option they were going to take that time. Infield pass will beat the Lotus 8 defense here for what is the first goal of for the Rick Rollers here on Forbidden Temple, but it may also be their last as Lotus 8 just again, they're still up by so much, and the Rick Rollers, I mean, unfortunately for them, they are not at the same level of Lotus 8. To be fair, most teams in this division are not at the same level of Lotus 8. It's pretty tough to compete with this team. And how good they have been in Rocket League ever since this team has first formed, Nightja and Lev being a super scary duo. But the Rick Rollers still looking to try to get a second goal this game. Really see if they can put in some doubts into this Lotus 8 side. Be winning some of the challenges, but offense really made yet. But here comes Javi. That's a great chance. Nightja. Oh my, what a second touch. And it will be cleared away as Lotus 8 will take game 2. But the question is, what will the scoreline be? Will it stay as 4-1? Will the Rickrollers be able to get one back? They're definitely looking closer to doing so, but again, Lotus 8 just not letting them control consistent touches, and they will let it hit the ground. They're now up 2-0 in the series. Lotus 8 Esports only one game away from sweeping the Rickrollers here in week number 2. The Rickrollers, this is actually their first played series. Their week 1 match was a forfeit win against PXU Foltaro. So for Rickrollers, just getting into this is again a very interesting kind of initiation match for them into the Cyclone Cup. They are right now, they kept it close in game 1, but game 2 it's a little bit more, I think, on how a lot of people expected this series to go. Again, you're just watching as Lotus 8 are just a far better team right now, and their mechanics definitely are taking center stage. Although what is also taking center stage is Nightja is just great shooting. 3 goals on 3 shots. I mean, it's not... For Lotus 8 though, they still need good shooters, and Nightja right now is filling in that gap. We go into game number 3. The series could be nearing its end here unless Rickrollers can find a miraculous change of possession, a change of pace, and a change of momentum. We go to game 3 and DFH Stadium here for the Cyclone Cup. Lotus 8 Esports, one game away from taking the series as Lev. Are you kidding me, Lev? Lev at this point. No wonder this team's having so much fun. Oh, Lev, he's in a gizmo. Gotta love that car choice. But hey, all for it here is. That is the gizmo, right, guys? I'm not wrong. Please tell me that is the gizmo. I know my cars well enough. And I don't generally see much more than Octane's Dominuses and Phoenix. So, let me know if I'm wrong about the car, but I believe that's a gizmo for Lev. We'll see what happens here, but you can tell this team again is just having fun at this point. And that week 1 match was a tough one against the next to new Breakers. This one, though, seemed like it might be a little easier for Lotus 8. Still, again, game 3 and the Rickrollers looking to make some surprises in the Cyclone Cup. And if they can take a game off Lotus 8, I would definitely be impressive for this team. It'd be impressive for any team in this division. The Rickrollers, again, for this being their first week, definitely see how that works. Is here comes Thule. Javi now, the dunk. Second touch though, and Lotus 8 just waiting on the goal line, but they will finally jump. A double commit from Nightja and Thule. I mean, Lotus 8s are scrambling to get back, but they do get the ball again. And Lev now with a gizmo, flip reset. We'll send it up for Thule and Nightja. Another double commit from those two, but this time on offense. But again, just like that last double commit, this Lotus 8 team recollects, they get the ball back. And it's Rickrollers who still feel like they have to play catch up, even with some of these plays from Lotus 8 being a bit of errant mistakes. Doesn't matter, the recovery is just so good. They can double commit and not have to, and get away with it. As now off the back wall, DJ Roomba sends it wide. Lotus 8 looking to stay close. Thule on no boost does have that dunk though. The Rickrollers trying to fight ahead as Lev off the sidewall. Thule to Lev. That one going close to the net, but it will be Nomad to stop him there. Now Nightja, that one dunked away. Lev has the redirect. He's still got it. Lev flip resets. Nightja off the sidewall. Second touch to himself, and that's a fake. Thule 1-on-2. There's still Lev though, and he's just infiltrated the back line. The Gizmo strikes for Lotus 8, and halfway through game 3, they will get their goal as Lev, out of nowhere, Javi didn't see it. None of the Rickrollers saw it. And Lotus 8 will get a chance. My Rickrollers, Javi, double tap off the crossbar. Steal a follow-up though. That's a great shot. Oh my, DJ Roomba. Looking to clean up some of the competition here. That's a beautiful strike from the sidewall. The power on it under the crossbar and in. Nightja stood no chance. Beautiful from the And this game 3 now is back within theirs to take the lead. And off the kickoff, maybe they do it, they do! It's DJ Roomba again! His second goal, he scored 2 immediately! And the Rickrollers now have a lead here as DJ Roomba went off the kickoff, and for Lotus 8, they were not ready to lose it that badly. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go, the Rickrollers with the lead. Again, they have kept up close here to Lotus 8, but Lotus 8, they still have shown what they have to do, what they have on offense, what they have mechanically, and they still have it. Thule looked for the redirect, but it will be stopped there. As Thule again. Off the corner, Thule, Javi, Nightja dunks him. Lotus 8 Esports with Lev. Nomad. This blue side of the field having to see a lot of play on it. Lotus 8 now taking this matchup a little more seriously, I think, and you can tell they're taking a lot more control. The Rickrollers panicking just to get these 50s, just to get the ball out. This, again, so far their defense has done very well at keeping Lotus 8 away from that net. Still Lotus 8, one extra touch with one extra play, and seem to always be a few steps ahead. But they still need to tie this game up as DJ Roomba will keep that initial chance out. Rickrollers, again, just a lot of their defense focusing on getting challenges, on slowing the play once they have the ball. And again, also make sure they isolate these Lotus 8 players onto those solo play chances, not letting them have passes, have second options. Right now, it is created space for them as now in the final 60 seconds, Lotus 8 down by 1. They're up 2-0 in this series, but it may become a game 4 if they do not take this game here. The Rickrollers continuing to play aggressive. Nomad off the spawn. It's actually going to leave it for Javi. And Lev dunks him. The only one to score so far in this game in Lev. But a miss there from Thule. DJ Roomba. Open goal, second touch, and he's hit it wide of the net. Javi now won't be able to take it. Lotus 8 saves there by a miss opportunity for the Rickrollers. They might still be down, but that should have secured this game for that blue side. For Lotus 8, maybe 1 or 2 more inches left in this game to see if they can take the sweep. Thule, Lev now, up for Nightja, and he'll dribble this one away. Stopped by DJ Roomba, and at 0 seconds, they're going to play it here, but Nomad will hit him to the ground, and the Rickrollers will keep the series going, and for Lev, he's immediately out of the game. He's going to, I think, change back to the car that he's used before, an Octane, I think it was, that he used. Or was it a Fennec? Actually, it might have been a Fennec that he's been using. But for Rickrollers, again, a huge surprise here. DJ Roomba, 2 immediate goals, and Lotus 8, it felt like this game, they didn't put everything into it. Maybe thinking they can get away with not playing nearly as concentrated. It does generally not work for teams when you do that at this level. As we'll set up for game number 4. Rickrollers. They're gonna see how long the series they can take the series. It's already again longer than what a lot of people expected so far. You head to game number 4. Lotus 8. Gonna look to make sure they take the lead early here against the Rickrollers. Let them know they're going to let them know that they are still the better team here if they can. Rickrollers, again, a lot of confidence now for this team that after that last game, after again that performance from DJ Roomba, just 2 goals, one after the other, in quick succession too. As Lev, oh, he is in a new car. He is in. Is that a? Oh no, that is the Roadhog. Almost said Marauder. That's a different car. He's in the Roadhog this game. So Lev at this point is just going through every car he can. I thought he was gonna go maybe to a Fennec or an Octane, but he's deciding to stick with the funny cars this series. Honestly, I'm all for it, but Rickrollers, right now, they're all for this offense. As a chance in front. That one will be saved away as 2 committed from Lotus 8. Thule now. Dribble outwards. Lotus 8 Esports. Looking to stay close to it as a quick touch to the back wall. Nomad won't have an easy touch, but he will make it a touch there. To keep the Lotus 8 side away from him. It's Thule up for it again. Oh, what a second touch. That actually got over Lev as well. He will still find the pass to Nightja, who again has had some pretty impressive shooting already this series. Lotus 8 though, trying to find those open chances, and that might be it. DJ Roomba's missed, and that's about as free as it will be for Thule. For how good this Lotus 8 side is, you give them an open net like that, they will be scoring those 99 times out of 100. A simple whiff for the Vic Rollers, but now they're the ones who are on the back foot. They've got to find a way to come back in this game. Thule. Nightja. Stopped by Javi right now, but Lotus 8 doing the plays upfield as Lev cleared there, but a little awkward for the Vic Rollers. They will still get the ball away. Definitely wasn't convincing with how many people they did send up for it. And right now, Lotus 8 continue to make their life awkward even when they are not the ones with the ball. Well, they've just made it awkward there. Nightja will still stop it from going in. And for Vic Rollers, again, there's still a lot of game left for them to come back here. And with, again, the relative organization this team has, they've got that chemistry, they've got the experience to know that they can come back from this kind of a deficit. Well, again, the confidence to do it so as well after how Game 3 went, but oh no! Oh dear, that's gonna hurt a lot for them. Lev will score this one, but it wasn't him with that final touch. It was Nomad as he just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the Rick Rollers will give away that goal there. Lotus 8 Esports. Now 2-0 in the lead, and the Rick Rollers only gonna get tougher for them as Nightja flip resets. Thule's already up for it. He's just stopped his own teammate though. Was able to slow this play down, get some 50s. Lev doing well to shut down the Vic Rollers' offensive attack. This ball still hanging in front of the net there, but Vic Rollers won't get a shot. Still Javi with it. Lev will be there, and again, it has been Lev who's been, again, exceptionally active this series. A lot of it has been offensively. He's been shooting a ton. And I have to just say, it seems like any play that this Lotus 8 side has, it's Lev who wants to be in the middle of it. Involved in one way or another. Always active. Now he's got a bump on the back wall. Lev making some magic happen, but Lotus 8, they don't need more goals. They just need to make sure that Vic Rollers don't score against them. But that's going to be tough here with Javi now to the back wall. The second touch, he's dropped it down. And the Rick Rollers will get there first. They've cut the Lotus 8 lead in half. And now are only one goal away from tying this game up. A beautiful angle from Javi. Not an easy one either. But he makes it count. He makes it work. And Rick Rollers are still attacking here. The Vic Rollers, again, they have been playing with a good amount of confidence this game. They know they can come back. They know it's not impossible for them to do so. Lotus 8 again has already gone to Game 5 once this season against the Breakers. The Vic Rollers find the same. It will be tough though for them. There's going to be a lot of offense from Lotus 8. They rely on some miraculous plays for Vic Rollers on the other side of the field, but obviously those kind of double taps, they definitely have what it takes to get some plays there against the Lotus 8 side that Lotus 8 cannot defend is Nomad. Javi, keeping the ball away from this Lotus 8 backline, is now trying to get the bump on Nightja. Lotus 8 will catch up to it as Lev. Interesting play there from Lev. He has just juked a couple players now. He's still looking for the goal. Everybody from the Vic Rollers jumped for it, but will end up being a play that won't work. And Lotus 8 at this point, just time ticking off the clock. No matter what they do on offense, it's going to waste time for the Vic Rollers. Vic Rollers still have hope. Javi finds no, and that touch just needs to be a little better. I think he was looking to go and hit it up higher, but he couldn't get it. Now DJ Roomba, this one, kept out by Thule as he'll jump first to it. Now Nomad, Nightja, bangs that one away, and Thule looking for goal free, but it will not work. Still 10 seconds left though. Lotus 8 Esports on the verge of taking the series, but Rick Rollers all in now, up for offense. Javi can't get the dunk, but he will keep the ball up high as Thule to the back wall. Nightja looking to let it drop, but DJ Roomba won't be so sure. The Rick Rollers trying to keep this series going, but they won't be able to. Lotus 8 Esports, a 3-1 series win here in Week 2 of the Cyclone Cup. Some incredible Rocket League Splash Series action, but you could tell this series, Lotus 8, had better plays. They were more mechanical, they had the pace to work with, and their offensive control was just unrivaled for the Vic Rollers, who, again, well, I must say, I am now a changed man after this series. The Vic Rollers, this is a great performance from them. They've kept it close, exceptionally close. While they do lose here to Lotus 8, they played well. The vast majority of these games were close. I have to say, well, again, there are a lot of things I'm going to look at, I might maybe not be happy with. This series as a whole was a great performance. Again, I don't think they can even be mad about it. Again, I'm changed now. The Vic Rollers playing again very well. I'm now thinking these guys could be one of these scarier teams in this division. Again, I guess it is a Cyclone Cup. Everybody's scary. We'll say it again. A good day for them. Their season now. Their record at 2-0. As we're actually gonna get a little interview with I think it's gonna be Nightja. Yeah, jumping in here is Nightja, a 2-0 series record now. Congratulations on your win. You take down the Rick Rollers 3-1. And for you guys, again, it's been a pretty good day so far. How are you feeling after that matchup? And how are you feeling now as you continue to kind of get yourself into the Rocket League Splash Series?
So I'm very good just getting started with this league. Like I felt somewhat fine with Love Tui, but they were kind of like messing around with me a lot. Like with a lot of the plays that like DJ Roomba and like Nomad were doing, they took every corner boost that was near me, and I was like low boost on a lot of their shots, but they were good players, so I can't lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Rick Rollers definitely keeping close. This is a team that's been in this league for a very long time. This for them, like you guys, it's their first time in the Cyclone Cup against this kind of action. But I mean, even so for you guys, these first 2 weeks have definitely not been cakewalks. I think a lot of people expected you guys to have an easy season, be by far the way the best team here. And while that might still be true, you guys might still be the best team in this division. They're
Mhm.
not easy matchups, and the Rick Rollers are no different in this regard. So for you guys, that game for you was a tough one, but just take me through. What did you guys, tell me through kind of the mentality that you guys had in this series, knowing that this Rick Rollers team is going to play to you guys and play to your level.
It's kind of like after the second game, like they were kind of always in our face in every play, and kind of just trying to either be annoying or just mess with us. But after game 4, we kinda figured out how their playstyle was with their, like, aggression and playstyle. But yeah, they
Yeah.
just you definitely can't underestimate them.
You can't underestimate any team in here, and to again a 2-0 record. I do want to ask this as well for you guys as well. Just 2-0 record at this point. A good season start. A lot of people expect this. Did you guys expect yourself to start off, this well in this? And you guys, did you guys expect it to be, this kind of a start for you guys, a 2-0 record and against these teams?
Yeah, I kind of expected it. I did not expect it to be somewhat this close with the game-wise. It's not that I thought any of the plays were bad, it's just I thought, like, with the gameplay, it would just be, like, a little bit it wouldn't be as chaotic as it is against a lot of these teams.
Teams bringing some definite tough aggression for you guys here in Lotus 8, but again, a big win. Your next match actually for next week is going to be against 0-1. That is a very solid team. They're going to play up to you guys. They're going to be solid. So,
Mhm.
I'm sure you guys. I don't know if you guys recognize 0-1, but I would actually assume you probably do recognize a lot of these teams in this
Yeah.
one. So going up against 0-1 next week, Nightja, just tell me kind of what are you guys going to do to continue to kind of prepare for this? Is it just going to be continuing to play hard to get these matches? Like, what are you guys going to do to try to continue to separate yourself from the rest of these teams?
We're definitely just gonna show like our individual skill as a team because I feel like everyone knows how we are as a passing team and all that, but they don't really fully know us as an individual skill, pretty much. Especially with like Tuli, as you all have seen so far. I think we definitely just show more individual mechanical skill in our next matches.
And I'd love to see it. You guys definitely have that mechanical skill. You used it here to beat the Vic Willers 3-1. Again, thanks so much for joining me here tonight. But of
Yeah.
course, before you go and before you guys celebrate and probably go to sleep because you got RLCS tomorrow, just do you have any shoutouts, any final words for the stream? Anybody that you want to shout out there that is watching?
I'd say shout out to everyone that's watching Sporty FC. I'm glad y'all support him. He's a great caster, and thank you to Lotus State for supporting us. That's it from me.
Again, thanks so much for joining, Nightja. Congratulations here on on your win against the Vic Rollers. Have a great night, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again very soon.
Yeah, you definitely will. I'll see you soon.
And that was Nightja there of Lotus 8, a 3-1 series victory for them. Again, congratulations to them. A big win, and again, a very fun series. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But we're gonna get a raid here to end off our night. Thank you all so much for joining all of this action, and thank you to the Rugby Splash series for hooking me up with this matchup. It's not easy to get teams like this on my stream. But again, it was great to see them, joining in, and again, it was great to see the Rocket League Splash series supporting as always. So thank you so much for joining, though. Have a great night, and I'll be live again tomorrow. But for now, take care, be well, see you soon.